Today I effed up by uploading PP pics to my mom's computer. I grew up in the Midwest and went to Bible college in the Deep South. As many young men do, I married a girl I met in college at the sage age of 23. The will of God is that all men marry young, live with virility, and knock out 3 to 5 babies before the age of 30. Baptize and repeat. I moved to Atlanta and about 90 minutes away from my brother and his family. He had married the girlfriend he got pregnant, and since she refused to work, he chose where they lived. I would go visit every few weekends to spend time with my nephews. We never got a lot of FaceTime with my extended family, so I wanted to try to do for them what my parents wouldn't do for me. I had discovered my wife was effing her boss, effing a manager in Chicago, and slogging down any hog in Fulton County that was posting fuck me ads on Craigslist. By the time I discovered all of this, I was relieved. I was tired of her bullshit. I was in the process of getting a divorce when I bought a decent digital camera. Whenever I'd go visit my brother, I'd take a bunch of photos and upload them to Facebook. Then I discovered Dropbox. I signed up because of this nifty feature where I could sign into my account on different computers, and uploading a photo on my computer would save it to a folder where they could access actual cloud storage. Revolutionary concept to me back in 2011. Around the time I was getting ready to move out from my wife, I went and visited my brother and them, took a ton of photos, and then headed up to the Midwest to visit my parents. I proudly showed off this Dropbox feature and explained to them what would happen. They were thrilled. A little backstory here. We were raised as independent fundamental Baptists and only ever used the King James Bible. My mom believed in living a life separated from the world. As such, we were homeschooled and lived out in the country. I was forever seeking the approval of my parents, and, spoiler alert, I haven't and won't ever get it, but not because of this F-cup. Fast forward 15 months. I'd left Atlanta, moved up to Ohio, and was happily putting a terrible chapter in my life behind me. I was single, I was childless, I had good money for my job, and I was getting to spend a lot more time with my grandparents than I ever thought I'd get. In this 15-month time frame, I'd reconnected with a guy I met when I first moved to Atlanta. His family went to church with me and the wife, and then he and his family moved to France for his dad's work. When he moved back to the US, his dad became the vice president of the college I'd attended, and since Will didn't want to go to there and had come to terms with being gay, I helped him land a bed in Metro DC with some people more than happy to help a newly outed gay kid get away from conversion therapy. We became very good friends. We talked about everything all the time at all hours of the day. I talked to this dude probably 6 to 8 hours a day. We'd play Battlefield together, I'd call him on my way to work, you name it. We were good friends. I was also a horny bastard. I was 28 and I didn't really meet a woman I didn't sleep with. I made a habit of sharing all of my conquests with Will, who would share his with me. It was fantastic at the time. I had been in Ohio for about 8 months taking photos, posting them to Instagram and hashtagging the poop out of them, trying to become social media famous. Enter Jennifer, a woman Hillary Clinton would call nasty. She was amazing and still is. She started liking all my photos and vice versa. It built over the course of a few weeks, but at some point one of us messaged the other and we got to talking. This was my big mistake. Update, today I effed up by uploading PP pics to my mom's computer. Jennifer had been engaged for about 8 years and wasn't happy. I, being on the good side of a bad relationship, was more than happy to be there for her. We really did have something and it was good. Only problem is she lived in Maine. Once things became as intimate as they could in a long-distance fling, I would send her PP pics, and she would reply in ego-stroking ways. She was not a picture sender though, which would ultimately work to her advantage. I would take screenshots of what she said to me and send them to Will. Blowing and going. I don't know when exactly, but at some point I downloaded the Dropbox app to my iPhone and discovered another new amazing feature. Take a photo and it automatically uploads to Dropbox. Wow, is technology amazing. I think you see where this is going. I had completely forgotten that I was signed in on my mom's laptop. It was probably 6 to 8 weeks of taking screenshots of sexting and sending Jennifer PP pics. I knew the photos were uploading to Dropbox, but I couldn't figure out why the uploads kept failing. I'd eventually get them in, but it kept happening. I wish I could say I figured it out, but I didn't. Instead, what I got was faster internet. So fast forward to the week of my birthday. I was planning to go visit my parents, as I only lived about 4.5 hours away now instead of 12.5. My mom has this way of dropping nuclear bombs on baby showers. Innocent conversations dogtail hard to the left out of nowhere, and this one was a czar bomb. In the middle of a general conversation she says, "Oh hey, by the way, who is Jennifer?" At that moment, it all came together in full throbbing PP4K HD. The reason the uploads were always failing was because she was using her computer at the time the media was being uploaded. She saw it all, and she wanted to talk about it. Not in a sexual way, but in the you need to be saved sort of way, which was somehow worse. I apologized, I was embarrassed as F, I didn't go visit for my birthday. I ended up going about 2 weeks later after I'd been unceremoniously fired from my job. Why? Well, her computer wasn't the only one I'd signed in on my Dropbox. I worked in managed services and one of our clients was having computer issues and the internet was slow, so I signed in and installed the program I had saved in a folder. That was 3 weeks prior to my mom reaching out to me. It really didn't help my case that this girl was exceptionally attractive. And then of course I had to tell Jennifer, because why not complete a trifecta of utter embarrassment? At least she was able to laugh about it and get over it because she didn't send nudes to me. Smart girl. We never got together.